The views and opinions expressed by the guest author or speaker during this live session are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Reader's Magnet. The content shared is for informational purposes only and does not constitute endorsement or promotion of any particular belief, ideology, or product.
Hello, authors, book lovers, and storytellers. Welcome to RM Hive, and you're tuning in to Reader's Magnet's featured author interview. I'm your host, Revan, and today we have a very special guest, an author of not one, but a dozen of books under his belt. Everyone, let's all welcome author of Understanding Diabetes Type 2, Richard Young. Hi, Richard. How are
Hi there.
you?
How are you, Raven?
I'm good. I'm very excited for this interview, by the way. So I'm actually really excited to know more about this book, Understanding Diabetes Type 2. And by the way, before we move to the questions, Richard, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your writing journey? Like, who is Richard Young?
Okay, Richard Young was a guy that got diagnosed as having diabetes about 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And I started this book basically as a autobiography, but then I realized that there's a lot of people out there that really need to have this information.
Yes. So I'm actually one of those people. I actually want to know more about this. So I don't have diabetes, but I so want to know more about this because I have friends who had this, and maybe through your experiences, they can also know about how to cope with this as well. So understanding diabetes type 2. So can we talk about this book?
Okay, this book, well, I started a long time ago, and it hopefully will catch the help you catch your signs early, because the earlier you know that you have pre-diabetes, the better off you are on keeping just in the stage of pre-diabetes.
Mm-hmm. So how did you know? By the way, I will be asking you this question right now. How did you know that you have these symptoms?
I that's a long time ago,
Long time
um,
ago.
but I believe that I got an A1C test
Mm-hmm.
at the
Mm-hmm.
doctor's office.
Mm-hmm.
Just take a little bit of your blood, not a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
then they process it and give you a number
Mm-hmm.
that you hope is low, but if it gets a little too high, you've got it. You've got diabetes, and then what it amounts to is insulin uh, uh,
Mm-hmm.
sensitivity problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you know what?
Okay.
I haven't read the book yet. I was actually looking for a copy here in my office. However, I've found a sample on Amazon, and it says that Understanding Diabetes 2 is a guide for those people who want to know more about this.
Yes.
So for me, um, I'm actually kind of interested in this because as a person with a background studying courses in medicine, I really want to know more about this as well because I got friends who had this and maybe I got this and I don't know. So just it's very important for me to learn to know the symptoms and like that. And for you as the writer of this book, what are the lessons that your readers will learn from the book?
Well, how to identify conditions and all things that are available, tweak their lifestyle
Mm-hmm.
to reduce sugar intake, basically. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and your body lives on sugar,
Mm-hmm.
and, but if it gets too high or too low, you're in
Mm-hmm.
trouble.
Oh, that's very interesting
Yeah,
because I'm
it
yeah.
I have this year
Mm-hmm.
uh, just started to have a couple of episodes where it got too low in the middle of the night,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got this little thing
Uh-uh.
that keeps
What is
track.
what is that? What is that called?
This is a freestyle
Ah, okay.
23.
Oh, so it
Try-
keeps track of your blood sugar
Uh,
level. Oh.
and well, see there, I'm getting it's up to 218.
Mm-hmm.
What I was trying to go after though was that if it gets too low,
Mm-hmm.
down to about I'd say 60 or so,
Mm-hmm.
you could start having some real problems.
Mm-hmm.
And so it wakes me up whenever I have a problem like that.
Yeah.
Uh, and I could go and get some sugar in my
Mm-hmm.
system to where I
Mm-hmm.
don't have dizziness or feeling sweaty and hot in the middle of the night, and there may be problems like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great deal. It's a symptom.
Nice.
I'll try to get some pictures of it and send it or be
Mm-hmm.
at the show.
Sure.
And there's a oh, there. See
Oh,
that?
okay, okay. That one, yeah, I can see that.
So
It's
instead of
really
sticking your
nice.
finger,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you have it there any old time you can look at it. See,
Oh, it's
actually,
really nice to have that device that you know that you are having symptoms of having low sugar or high sugar, correct?
yeah, I got a little bit high now because my insulin wore off.
Mm-hmm. And
But
these experiences as well are in the book.
um, I'm not sure that they're in the book like that. But
Mm-hmm.
this little thing
Mm-hmm.
allows you to sort of monitor what's going on
Mm-hmm.
and try to correct it if it gets out of
Mm.
line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what as a writer of a lot of articles and a lot of books, and with this one as well, a very interesting book, a very important book. What was one of the most surprising things that you have learned in creating this? Because
Well,
sometimes we learn something from the things that we write, correct?
yeah, yeah. That people don't know they have a
Mm-hmm.
problem until it gets really advanced.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to, I want to have something out there that will show people what the problem is and
Mm-hmm.
some things you do with vitamins and how
Mm-hmm.
you eat to help you. I
Oh.
just found that out today. So it's something that you have to keep up on all the good stuff that's coming out nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's actually very interesting if we share something to the people and we also learn from ourselves, correct, by writing them. So that's a really nice journey as well. So how long have you been writing and when did you start writing?
Well, like 2010, when I
Mm-hmm.
was first diagnosed with diabetes, that's my first book actually,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been adding to it as it goes along. Um, but updating the book, I have to update a lot of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and even including the cover of the book, because
Yeah.
what I started out with 15 years ago or whatever, uh,
Uh-uh.
they won't have that anymore.
Mm.
So
So it has a different cover before.
yeah, yeah.
Nice. So when did you call yourself a writer?
I'm not sure I call myself a writer right now. Um, my first book,
Yeah.
uh, I don't know what to call myself,
Yeah.
but I
Just to
try
share.
to put stuff in the book that I learned
Mm-hmm.
and that helps me,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and it's a continuing story.
So you're not comfortable calling yourself a writer yet?
I'm not sure I know what a writer is.
Yeah, but I'm actually comfortable calling you a writer because this is such a good book. Actually, I'm so interested in it, so I
Thank you.
might as well request to have a copy of it because
You
I
will have
want
one.
I want it. Yeah,
You'll have one.
yeah. By the way, is your book advocating for a specific cause or agenda? If so, what is it, and why is it essential for you as an author?
Well, if you have an agenda of keeping somebody alive, namely
Mm-hmm.
yourself,
Mm-hmm.
that's a pretty good reason to
Mm-hmm.
keep up on this stuff. Um,
Yes, I agree.
I want, it's a very insidious condition, and it's been around for thousands of years,
Mm-hmm.
as I could tell, because people found what sugar tastes like And of course,
Yes.
everybody that makes foods for you to consume
Mm-hmm.
tends to put a lot of sugar in the product so it tastes
Mm-hmm.
better. They can get you hooked on it. That's my
Yes.
own feelings. But they're in it for the money. They don't really
Mm-hmm.
care about you.
Yeah, you're actually correct about that. So
Yeah.
nice. The book actually advocates for the health of the individuals as well. So for you people out there who are so conscious about your health, you might also want to get Understanding Diabetes 2 by Richard Young, available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. And by the way, for all our viewers out there, if you don't know, you can actually meet Richard Young at the book festival at Printers Row this September. And he will also be a part of Readers Magnet's book confab. So you might want to go check him out. And his book, he will be having a talk there. And Richard, are you excited about it on September?
I am. I am excited because I want to get the word out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also actually excited to see you, to see the book talk that you're going to share, because I also want to know more about your experiences and the book about that you will share to the audience as well. Because I'm the type of person who actually watch these, so watch authors who talk about their books and their journey as well. So
I know
very
this is a
excited for it.
technical thing or subject, but I'm
Mhm.
glad that people want to watch that.
Yes. A lot of authors surprisingly have a very sensitive topics as well, and they share it, and it comes out very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things that surprised me is that statistics show that 30% of the human or the people in
Mm-hmm.
America um, that have access to a lot of good food that has
Mm-hmm.
sugar in it are actually pre-diabetic or diabetic. That's about
Mm.
1 in 3.
Yeah,
So it's
that's
very
interesting
important that
fact.
people know about this.
It's very important. Yes. So, Richard, I'm going to give you the floor to promote your book, where we can find it, and your website as well.
Okay, well, my book is Understanding Diabetes Type 2 for the newly diagnosed and for the older diagnosed people also, because I'm going to try to include um, vitamins that you need and foods that you could eat. And who knows what I'm going to put in that book right now. But I really want to thank you for having me on. Okay,
Mhm.
Raven? Yeah.
Yes. So, by the way, once again, this is Understanding Diabetes 2 by Richard Young, available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. You can also check out his website. That's www.understandingdiabetes.online. So, once again, that's www.understandingdiabetes.online. And his book, Understanding Diabetes Type 2, is available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. So, it has been an awesome time with you here at Featured Author Interview, Richard. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
No problem. Appreciate being here.
Yes. And once
See
again,
see you at the show.
yes, see you at the show in September. So, all you guys out there, let's open the pages and unravel the secrets of your personal odyssey. And I believe that your ink never runs dry. So go tell your story, storyteller. And as we say it here at Readers Magnet, this is your host, Revan. As we say it here at Readers Magnet, we share your story with the world. Bye now. Stay awesome.